Greetings, and welcome back to Mechwarrior 3 Pirates Moon. I'm Falconer Grey, and I promised to try and die a little bit less this time.
As noted in earlier journal entries, and from the information we obtained from our reconnaissance, the critical target for wounding the New Belt pirates is their base. Take it apart, and they cannot support their forward camps, or the many patrols we keep running into. Engineers assigned to Corona have managed to bridge the canyon at 2 places, though they've rated the structures for 50 tons maximum. Anything heavier will require jump jets. The Damocles Commando advances from the northern bridge, bearing the brunt of the operation, while the Rim Collective forces guard our southern flank. We have to assume these turrets are back in service, and the pirates will have mechs patrolling the canyons. We hit the base from east-southeast, destroying all defending forces and the facility that houses the main power plant and command center. The lack of power will render the base uninhabitable, and without their command center, the pirates should fall back in disarray. An additional, but by no means secondary objective, of course, is to look for any information that might lead us to Dominic. With any luck, he's being held at the base, and one of our mobile field-based vehicles will recover him. We could use some luck.
I won't say no to a bit of luck, but I don't think it's luck that's been letting us down. It's been poor choices and bad strategy, so we need a little bit of a rethink this time out. We're going to be back in the Avatar this time. The Thor is one of the coolest mechs in the franchise, of course, but I think we need to focus on firepower and armor over maneuverability. There's no point rushing ahead when we're just going to get stomped by a much heavier force than what we're bringing. We also need to be focusing more on direct fire. I've kept the 3 ERPPC loadout from last time. Big, heavy hitting weapons, doing a lot of damage, that's what we want. But the autocannons, the Ultra AC-10, as awesome as that weapon is in Mechwarrior 3, the accuracy was letting us down, and I don't think there's any room for missed shots. So 8 ER medium lasers will hopefully allow us to cut through armor with a higher hit percentage. Opponent is going to be taking the same Centurion that we had last time, and Alan Matella will have a slightly modified Thor Prime, keeping the PPC and the LV-10X autocannon, and adding 4 ER medium lasers to round the build out. And we put jump jets on all of them this time. We had some difficulty with crossing the canyon last time out. Gonna hope that this fixes it. Fingers crossed that the AI can actually navigate it with their jump jets. We'll see.
Reactor online, sensors online, weapons online, all systems nominal.
Got room for me on this trip, Lieutenant?
Glad you could make it, Alan.
Nice paint job on your ride, Alan.
You're the
Blast
boss.
marks and primer.
Yes,
So,
sir.
you?
Love you too, Epona. Wide hips and all.
What? What did you say?
All right, that's enough. Move out.
Okay, so back on the first map, the canyon map, where it's cut down the middle by that big no man's land that we're going to need to jump across. Can't fall in, or that will be mission over, of course. We know from our failed attempt last time that there are some very heavy mechs in our way. We're going to come across a Masakari over the other side of this first nav point, and then there was also an Atlas, a Supernova, a Mad Cat, and maybe even some others. So rushing on ahead is not going to do us any favours. We'll actually order our MFBs ahead already, hopefully save some time later. We are going to have to try and take people out from range, although the visibility, the atrocious visibility, is going to make that very difficult, harder than I'd like. And the visibility, of course, is not just hindering our accuracy, it also makes it harder to find cover or vantage points. So we'll need to be, I was going to say mindful, but I'm not sure exactly how mindful you can be in the dark like this. We'll see.
Targeting.
So here we have the Centurion. There's a Centurion and the Massacari as well. And I'd love to take that shot, but
Affirmative.
maybe we can.
I've got no time for that.
So there she goes with her jump jets. Okay. Impressive.
I need backup.
I was wondering in the first mission whether our AI mates were actually jumping across, and it seems they are. There is that Massacari. He needs to go down.
If you're not too busy, I could use a hand.
I've got no time for that.
Another thing that we have missed on this playthrough is we haven't really been salvaging too much, or trying to salvage too much. We might have to change that, because we're going to need some bigger mechs if this is what we're going to be coming up against. And I would love
We have arrived and are ready
I would
to
love
deploy.
to get my hands on something like this. It's just so difficult with not being able to see the target properly.
Damn, I kick ass.
Not being able to see what direction they're facing.
Linked fire engaged.
Good God, that's that's rough. Well, that went a lot better than last time out. I suppose that is the entire point of taking your time and not rushing in. Play it smart. And this is what we get. Hopefully, we've salvaged a Warhawk out of that. But
Breaking
we will
off.
see.
Waiting for arrival and are
where?
ready to deploy. Right, I've disengaged. Waiting for rendezvous
No, we
coordinates.
can't get our
We have arrived
MFBs
and are ready
over
to
the other
deploy.
side. So, how is everybody doing? Alan looks good.
Targeting.
Epona looks good. We'll still repair though. Just so that we are...
Following your lead.
Lead
Just
the
so that
way.
we are ready, because we've got some big challenges ahead of us. The Massacari, as it's called in Mechwarrior 3, or the Warhawk as I know it as, is actually one of my favourite mechs in the entire franchise. I got started out in, well, Battletech as a whole with Mechwarrior 2. The Warhawk featured heavily in that game and was a favourite of mine then, and I still love it today. I might actually
Okay, do, man.
I've stopped.
ask them to stop, but please don't fall into the void. Made the jump. Okay. I was worried about that for a moment. Epona, let's see if we
On your 6.
can get you to join us, and we'll get everybody all fixed up. So yeah, a little bit of lore trivia. I'm sure many of you know this, but some may not. Regarding the names of the mechs, you might hear me refer to things such as Storm Crows, Warhawks, which doesn't line up with what we see on screen. Referring to, well, that's just a different way that various factions will refer to their mechs. Clanners have
Your mech is fixed.
names
Move
for
it
their
out.
mechs, and then the Inner Sphere factions that came across them didn't know what to call them, so came up with their own names.
Waiting for
And that's where you'll
rendezvous
see
coordinates.
some points of
Roger
difference.
that, Lance Leader.
I think it's a
Transferring
great
now.
little bit of lore detail, great little bit of world building. If you think
We
about
have
it,
arrived
when
and
you're
are
coming
ready to
across
deploy.
Heading for a refit.
a foreign equipment out in the field, you're not going to ask them what they call it, but you're going to need some way to refer to it. So Alan here with his Thor, known as the Summoner to the clans. The Massacari that we took down, known as the Warhawk. And you'll see the same for most others. I do have to say that the clan invasion era
Repairs are done and we're
was,
heading
of
out.
course, where I got started with BattleTech, and where I think it is at its most interesting. And that was something I loved in
Waiting for rendezvous
the main
coordinates.
campaign of Mechwarrior
Roger
3,
that,
being
Lance Leader.
involved in
Transferring now.
Operation Damocles,
We have arrived and are ready to deploy.
chasing down the remaining
Heading towards
Smoke Jaguar
MFB for
forces.
refit.
That's a brilliant storyline. That's a great part of history and lore in the franchise. And for me, that was one of the things that makes this whole thing so damn good. Is the history, is the lore, everything that goes along with it beyond just the game itself is what really sets it off. So, Battletech, Mechwarrior, one of my favourite science fiction franchises in general. But enough of that. We have a mission to continue. Everybody's all fixed up. 2 enemies down.
Your mech is fixed. Moving out.
And a lot more to go. I do get a bit anxious making that jump because
Up point able
it never
reached.
looks like it's going to work. And I could be imagining things, but I'm sure
Lead the way.
jump jets feel different in Pirates Moon compared to the main game. Whether they've changed the physics a little bit, I'm not sure, but it seems to have less hang time. At the top of the jump, it seems to drop us down rather than staying up in the air. Now let's again hope that everybody makes the jump successfully. That was a real pain last time out. But it looks like we are all safe, at least for now. So things seem simple from here. We're going to head to the pirate base, destroy the base and the defenders. That's over at Op Baker. So we'll head on that way as a group, hopefully. I would like to try and be a bit more strategic with how we approach this, but it's awfully difficult to tell what we're faced with terrain-wise. These maps aren't doing it for me like the original game is. That had beautifully detailed maps, layouts, and strategy information before you even commenced the mission, so you'd have a good idea of what you're up against. But here we are, running headfirst into the dark, knowing that there is a powerful force ahead of us, at least 2 assault mechs, at least 1 heavy mech. But hey, that's what we're here for, right? So this is the area where the communication arrays were that we destroyed back in Mission 2, if I remember correctly, yes. And the base we avoided. I'm curious to see what's ahead of us, and also how the campaign would play out, or if there would be any difference between where we are now and if we had have gone and explored that base in Mission 2 originally. There was 2 Cauldron Born there last time, which is no small force in itself. So I wonder if they are still there for us, and that is frustrating. Seeing the reticule light up to say that we're on target, firing as per our targeting computer, but what were we shooting at? It wasn't the enemy, just some debris. That is, bro, we're 800 meters, and I can't be sure of what I'm shooting at. We've got friendly units here, three friendly strikers. We've got 2 enemy strikers on our way, and there's also a turret in place as well. Let's take out these strikers. I don't want to be rushing ahead and having something at our back. One down. And where are you? They are away from the base, which I don't like. I don't want to begin an attack just to have somebody run up on us from behind. And I'm still 300 meters, and I'm still not even sure if we're actually doing it. But there it is. Strikers down. Let's move on. We've got a base to attack. Our friendly strikers have moved forwards. Hopefully we can take the approach of letting them drag
If you say so.
our opponents out. From the little bit that I saw when we were in there last time, it seemed like there was a bit of cover that they were behind, and that's not ideal. There is our Atlas,
Sure.
which needs to go down. Supernova, Mad Cat. We'll take out the turret whilst we're here. Okay, we are on the Atlas.
Sure.
Take him down.
Affirmative.
I believe he's coming our way. We have a high ground here, which is going to help us, but still, where are you? Alright. I don't like charging in, but I need to see what I'm shooting at. Atlas down. Supernova.
Sure.
Right away, sir. Linked fire engaged. Core meltdown imminent.
Seems like we're getting some damage. We're doing some damage, I should say. I'm happy with the work that our lance mates are doing. And I'm happy with the loadout that we've brought.
1 in a million shot.
And a Mad Cat.
Affirmative.
Consider it done.
Mad Cat D configuration. 2 PPCs. 4 Sleep SRMs.
Please acknowledge.
Sinclair,
Fire engaged.
what's on your mind, Commander Ryan?
That's do a lot of damage.
Don't make it easy, Sinclair. Pull your people back before you know what coming against me will cost.
Funny, I ought to make a similar request to you.
Mad Cat down. There it is.
Linked fire engaged.
You can give up any time, you know. Damocles 1 to all units. Good work. Enemy base is secure.
This is Corona Base. You missed a few. We're picking up intermittent signals of enemy mechs heading up Desolation Ridge.
Damocles 1, Commander Circe.
Targeting.
Bet you I know where they're heading.
Let's regroup and organize a pursuit mission. You point, we'll chase. Sinclair out.
That was stressful, but I'm happy.
We've crippled them just as I'd hoped, but the delay of securing the road down to Madre may have cost us. I'll append Sorensen's intelligence report to my journal.
Susie Ryan's body was not recovered from the Mad Cat. Thought you might want to know that up front, in case you were hoping you'd cut the head from the serpent. And the news doesn't get much better. According to first analysis of data we recovered, Ryan has already deployed the bulk of her forces into outlying camps. I think we've cornered her, and now have them on the run. Nothing on Dominic, yet. No indication that he was captured or killed, or even that the pirates fought against his shadow cat on the lower slopes. Only mention of earlier skirmishes. However, the records show no camps so far down as to challenge Portal at all. But we've already fought them there, and while you raided their base, a small pirate force struck against a Rim collective camp, which means that this information is obviously incomplete.
Well, this is a big development. Masakari and an Atlas. Got to be happy with that. Lots of PPCs we've salvaged as well. A pair of LB-20X autocannons. We'll do some heavy damage with that. Another Clan Ultra AC-20. More Streak SRM6s, but ammo-wise, because ammo really costs us in Pirates Moon. Only 4 rounds for the LB-20. That's not going to do us any favours. Ultra AC-20, 90 rounds though. That is potentially very useful.
Under Susie Ryan's order, 2 small convoys escaped the base just before our arrival, spiriting away a valuable cache of germanium. We've tracked them retreating quickly over Desolation Ridge. Our Rim Collective allies believe they're heading for an old landing site the Collective abandoned 2 years ago. The terrain is broken and unstable, but with jump jets, we should be able to catch the pirates before they can get the ore off Vale. No doubt that landing site at Op Point Charlie is under pirate garrison, but with Allen, we should be a solid match for them. I see no reason to allow them to finance their cruelty somewhere else. It may not win Vale away from the pirates, but it will hurt them. Right now, I'll settle for that.
Okay, a pursuit mission. Once again, Pirates Moon is trying to force our hand. And I don't think that we have a choice but to go along with it. Because as much as I would love to field an Atlas, I don't think that that is the best mech for pursuing. It's not the prettiest Atlas that has ever seen a Mechwarrior game, but I don't think that changes anything for us. Still an awesome machine. But the Warhawk, that is a different story. I think the Warhawk is beautiful, and I think that this is actually a great representation of it. Those long twin PPC barrels, the chunkiness, the hard edges. Yes, that's for me. So we need some jump jets, of course. We've learnt that pretty well. Don't want to be falling into any craters, so we will take 2 jump jets. We also know that armor is important. It seems we are already at maximum armor. Not going to complain about that. Not quite, but close. And what do we have? 20 double heat sinks. The target computer will keep that. 2 jump jets is probably not enough. We should probably fix that and make it 4. Because I am not entirely confident with the jump jet physics in Pirates Moon just as of yet. And I don't want to take any chances. Do we have much in the way of LRM-10 ammo? We do. So we have an opportunity to use it for the first time. Although I don't really want to stray too far from the standard Warhawk Prime loadout. 4 ERPPCs. Iconic, devastating. That's what we want. But heat sinks will be needed. So we've kept, as you can see, basically a standard Warhawk Prime. Increase the number of heat sinks, give us some jump jets, and a little bit of extra LRM-10 ammo, just for safety's sake. The Centurion has served Epona well, but I'm expecting that we're going to come into run into some more opposition. So we should be mindful of that. I'm not sure how she'll be with the heat of 3 PPCs, so we might drop 1, leave the medium lasers in place. That's right, we're going to have issues with critical space. I'm going to take a moment to come up with a plan for this next mission, and we'll return very shortly. And we are back. I know I said that I wasn't going to take the Atlas, But upon consideration, how could you not? Let's have a look and see what I've been working on. Just took the time to think through what we've got ahead of us and how to play things smart. Taken the Warhawk, as I mentioned before, bit of nostalgia, bit of love for a beautiful mech. The Avatar we've given to Epona. Loadout there, 4 ER medium lasers, 2 ER PPCs, and 1 Ultra AC-10. I think it's smart to continue with the Ultra AC-10. We've got plenty of ammunition for that. I moved away from the 3 PPC and 8 medium lasers because I was just worried about how she would manage her heat. Hopefully this will still do plenty of damage. And the Atlas, I figured if they're giving us an Atlas, we have to use it. We also were given an Ultra AC-20 with plenty of ammunition, so that's what we've put together. 2 PPCs, so that hopefully we've got some long-range striking power, 4 Streak SRM6s, and the Ultra AC-20 for up close. We've got jump jets on everybody. Hopefully that means we won't run into any trouble with the terrain, including with our lance mates. We'll see what this mission has for us. I am a little bit anxious about a chase. We're chasing a convoy. I don't want to get too strung out, but I'm worried about us losing from being too slow. We'll see. What have we got in store? Let's have a look.
Reactor online, sensors online, weapons online, all systems nominal.
Stay alert. Reports put the pirates in fast mechs, and they'll know the terrain better than us, so...
Keep on your toes and watch for an ambush.
your lead.
We have it, sir.
Lead
Although
the
a
way.
reminder is always welcome.
Meaning we read the reports too,
Group
Lieutenant.
thanks for the
Engaged.
translation, Alan.
Anytime, mate. Anytime.
What is that?
Targeting.
Looked like a turret, but maybe not. So here we go, a Clint.
Linked fire engaged.
We're heading straight to Able, where we've got fleeing pirates to destroy. I hope that I haven't just gone against what I said I was going to do by
I don't believe you just said that.
slowing things down. But I do not want to be... I don't want to be losing a mission from sitting around doing nothing. Oh. One down.
Looks like our pirate friends are in a bit of a hurry.
So
And the
what?
torpedoes.
Oh,
Full
Jesus.
speed ahead.
That's...
Let's hope they don't have more friends nearby. Core meltdown imminent.
Alright, more of these Clints. They've got PPCs and I am stuck in terrain, which is not ideal. By any measure, that's better. And once again, we've got no visibility. No visibility as a jet or a helicopter flies above us, which we can barely even see. Is he... No, he's not down. Now he is. Another Clint. We've been seeing a lot of Clints in this campaign, which again, I know I mentioned earlier. Do Clints have a following? Do we have anybody out there that has a favourite mech as being the Clint? No hate from me if there is. It was just not really something I expected
Waiting for
to be
rendezvous
seeing a lot
coordinates.
of. Just sent the MFBs forward because we, as I said before, we don't want to be getting ahead of ourselves. Thank you, opponent.
Targeting.
Last one.
Targeting.
He seems like he's in trouble. Or not. They're fast little things. And I wish I could see if I was actually hitting him, or if he was behind cover, because it seems to be taking longer than it should, but there we go. Are those our fleeing pirates? Yes, they are. Okay, so let's take this
Roger that,
opportunity
Lance Leader. Transferring now. You got it. I've disengaged. Waiting for rendezvous coordinates. Roger that, Lance Leader.
repair if needed. I'm looking pretty alright. We didn't take a lot of damage. Opponent, nothing at all. And Alan bringing up the rear. So maybe we can push on.
No
what is
way, sir.
They do jump jet a lot more. Thank you. Alright, next objective. Protect germanium trucks at Baker. Right, we've got to protect here. Start Baker. So we've got a long way to go.
Lead the way.
Following information.
2.5 kilometers. I hope that time isn't an issue. We experienced this back at our back in some of the earlier missions, where there are objectives that are time critical, and I don't like being stuck. And now, is this... Is this a... No idea what that was. But that's okay. Let's continue. I wish there was a little bit more information to go along with our objectives, our briefings. We've got to protect germanium trucks. Are they under attack? Are they...
Mech power up targeted.
They're behind us. A couple of elementals. PPCs are absolutely not the best for our elementals. Can we lock missiles on them this time? No, we still can't use missiles on elementals.
Targeting.
Oh.
Breaking off.
What are we up to,
Waiting for
elementals?
rendezvous
Send the
coordinates.
MFBs
Roger that, Lance Leader. Transferring
up,
now.
Targeting.
just in case. We don't want MFBs to be left so far behind,
Targeting.
especially if our lance mates need ammo.
Launch detected.
Alright, thank you. Everybody should still be good from that. But we've got Baker to get to. 1.6 k's up the road. Let's see what's ahead of us. It's good to see all the destructible stuff still there. That's... I think one of the things that Mechwarrior 3 really got right is the feel of being in charge of a giant machine that can just stomp over things. Really satisfying when you're taking out convoys and vehicles just by running them down. So, once again, let us not rush ahead. Another Clint. Are they heading our way? Yes, they are. I'll wait for our lance mates to catch up. That was a hit. The targeting computer has actually been very useful with the poor visibility. So I'm glad I've been bringing that along. It'd still be nice to see what they're doing. Thank you, opponent. What else have we got? Some trucks, some turrets. Let's take out those turrets.
Targeting.
Another Clint. Lots of jump jet usage, it seems.
Damn, I kick ass.
What did you take out, opponent?
We have arrived and are ready to deploy.
Okay, so he's got eyes on us. So we'll put him down. How good are PPCs? Just quietly. And very satisfying autocannons there, opponent. And Alan in the Atlas. What are you doing? It only just occurred to me that Alan Matilla in the Atlas is, of course, what we had in the intro cinematic to the original Mechwarrior 3 game, which is just such an awesome intro. Really captures the spirit of Mechwarrior 3 and Battletech as a whole. Now I'm a little bit confused by our objectives here, and there I am shooting into the side of a canyon.
Okay, disengaging. Waiting for
Due to not being able to see what we're doing. We're heading to Baker to protect some trucks, and at Baker right now is a couple of enemy trucks. So I hope that there's no confusion. Oh, what? Atlas. Okay.
Give it up already.
Is that two Atlas?
Likewise. Why don't you just hand over the ore shipment to us and make it easier on yourselves?
Surrender, never.
Targeting.
We do have two Atlas, so it was a good idea to bring our Atlas, although as I say that I look at the radar and notice that he is nowhere close, so I hope I haven't spoke too soon. Let's see if we can use some terrain to our advantage. I don't want to be going face to face. Jesus, that's rough. I might not have a choice.
If you say so.
Consider it done. Group fire in.
Hey, Jesus. That's not fun. We're in trouble. And maybe that's the luck that we were looking for at the start. Because you don't get a shot like that every day. Opponent's pulling her weight in this one. And as I say that, down she goes. One Atlas down, one to go.
If you say so.
Oh, just a knockdown, she's still with us. But whatever they have got is huge.
We have arrived.
I really do not need the shotgun right now. That's the arse rifles that he's got. Try and use the cover. Come on, Alan. You're fresh. Help us out, buddy.
You're the boss.
Yes, I am. So, put this guy down, please. Where are you? Come on.
Mission successful.
Well, there we go. I will take that. And we've got the trucks. I'm not sure exactly what we need to do in the bees, but why not?
Linked fire engaged.
Damocles, what are you doing? You were supposed to stop the shipment, not wipe it out.
Well, you didn't make that very clear. Thankfully, we'd already finished the mission, so hopefully that won't actually do us any harm. Pirates Moon, please be a little clearer with what you'd like him to do.
It looks like we've finally defeated the pirates, and before they could get their hands on this germanium. All that's left is to assess damages and to see what they've left behind.
Alright, so no new mech salvaged. Hopefully we didn't lose that avatar. Ammunition, streak 6s, need those. Not much else that we've really been using. There have been, of course, new weapons we've come across. The MRMs light machine guns, heavy machine guns, X-pulsers. I'm not really too confident in trialing something I'm not familiar with in a scenario such as this, but we'll see how things go.
The Rim Collective has rallied with Federated Suns forces around Portal. There are also some disorganized reports of the Collective attacking a Lyran camp, or chasing remaining pirates through a Lyran camp. Our job will be to salvage any supplies from an abandoned supply depot left by the fleeing pirates. We've done a good job. Too bad Dominic isn't here to see it.
Okay, fingers crossed we still have that avatar. And luck was not on our side. That's okay, we probably deserve that. Opponent, you did well. We will keep the Atlas and the Warhawk as they are. Centurion was running 8.5 tons of armor. Thor, 11. No brainer. We'll take the Thor. And hopefully this will get us out of trouble. She was doing really well in that avatar. That's a shame. Okay, do we have any salvage that we want to keep? We'll take the medium lasers. LB10. We've got plenty of PPCs. They've been working well for us, so why not keep that going? I did also... I was going to say I did get rid of some excess baggage, but maybe not enough. Is there anything else that we really want right here? The streak ammo, yes. Might need to come back to that. Might need to come back to our tonnage because we will run out soon and we don't want that happening. That will do. Okay.
Reactor online, sensors online, weapons online, all systems nominal.
It still wasn't that clear as to what we need to be doing. Escape the pirate landing area, Op Able, and clear rendezvous point at Op Baker. What does that mean?
Yeah, right on
Still
your tail.
not entirely sure.
Pulling up the rear.
I did
Starting to think
really
these
love
new
those.
build pirates aren't so tough.
I'm inclined to agree, Alan. Let's get the stragglers and...
Holy crap!
Damocles one to base.
Oh,
What the hell
okay.
is going on?
Targeting.
Oh my lord, we've got all types of signals showing up. It looks like a all-out invasion. Pirate dropships are landing all over the planet.
What? That can't be right.
I'm advising everyone to dig in and take cover. Find a
Good lord.
immediately.
That's
Roger
not
that,
fun.
Base.
Don't need to tell us twice.
How can this be? You're the boss.
Alright,
Affirmative.
this is
Targeting.
going to be fun.
Targeting.
Try and play it smart, try and use terrain. We're going to have to take them down quickly.
Targeting.
I'm not sure if the MFB will be able to help us.
Fire engaged.
Where can we set up? Get them set up just in case. Atlas force him down, I should say. Let's try and hold here. And hopefully take them out as they come over cover. We're going to try and use terrain to our advantage, but they've got the numbers. Thankfully we're hitting them hard. He's down.
Please one to Cremona base.
Targeting.
What now?
You're on your own, Lieutenant. We've got our own problems. But be advised,
Targeting.
the enemy dropship is
Atlas
targeting
and
between
Madcap.
you and the objective area, so expect company.
Leave it to Susie Ryan
Attila's
to
good.
make this interesting.
Hona's good.
Sinclair out.
Targeting. Targeting.
Affirmative.
Right away,
This
sir.
Mad Cat seems to be glitching out, so let's not get too excited. Alright, we're on him. We've got the numbers now. Let's finish the job. And the last Atlas.
Yes, sir.
Well done. I was worried for a moment there. They are not pulling any punches. But I gotta say, that is very satisfying to get right. I feel like we're finally starting to get the hang of what Pirate's Moon needs. I'm not even sure that I need a repair at the moment. Come on, please. We're not doing too badly in that department. Baker is down south, which is our final
Following your lead.
point. We will
On your 6.
give our guys a chance to
Rendezvous with refit vehicles.
reload. I'm satisfied with the state of the Warhawk at the moment, but oh, come on, guys. I suppose if I'm going to have difficulty with the terrain, I should expect the same from my lance
On your
mates.
6.
So we're going to have to try and herd them away from the mountainside here. Doesn't make for the most exciting of things to do within a Mechwarrior game, but unfortunately, it's how it needs to be.
Targeting.
Alan's still looking okay, opponent's still looking okay, but let's make sure that
Rendezvous with refit
we're not
vehicles.
holding anything back. So, we need a healthy Atlas, a healthy Thor, and plenty of ammunition. It seems like everything's been working well so far. PPCs are a smart choice, and that Ultra AC-20 that Alan is carrying in that Atlas can only be a good thing. It's a big difference when we're able to use the terrain for cover, for safety. It's just hard to figure out where it is in all of this murk. But we're doing okay. One more objective in this mission, and I did say I wanted to die a little bit less this time out, so fingers crossed I can uphold my promise. You're going to be fine, Epona. Now, just thinking about how we head down, I know that our lance mates have jump jets, but I don't trust their ability to use them here. I'm thinking that the previous map, it really seems like they are programmed to be able to make that jump in specific spots. So I don't want to go jumping across
All repairs
myself
are done, and we're out of here.
to find that they are nowhere near behind us.
Lead the way.
Love to be
Pulling up
proven
the
wrong
rear.
though, but we'll see. Onwards to Baker. I really wish we could order them.
You're the boss.
Sorry, can't do that.
Yeah,
Lead the way.
I know we can
On your
order them
6.
to attack and defend points, but it's pretty inconsistent, or their actions I should say are pretty inconsistent. AI in Mechwarrior 3 was not really its strong suit. I have to say they've done a brilliant job. I think overall they've done a brilliant job of improving things, but that's mostly in the combat, it seems. They're a lot more aggressive, a lot more accurate, and that's a good thing for all involved. But the general smarts might still be lacking a little bit. Actually, Epona, you're quicker than me, so can we get you to go on
Consider it
ahead?
done.
And are you going to... how are you going to find your way there? Are you going to jump jet across? Or are you going to stay on solid ground?
Lead the way.
It looks like she's going to jump. So If she does, I'm impressed.
Targeting.
But I may have spoken too soon. She's not jumping. That's okay.
Yep, right
That's
on your
alright.
tail.
No way, sir.
Susie was right.
Thought you'd sneak out through here, huh, Sinclair?
Seemed like a good idea at the time. I'm open to suggestions, though.
Why don't you shut down that pretty Mechwarrior and give up? I promise. I won't shoot you.
Think I'll pass. Thanks.
Okay.
If you say so.
So,
No
jumping.
way,
Whoa!
sir.
Okay, that was unexpected, and that may cause us some problems. I'm not sure. We have ended up separated, which is far from ideal. And what on earth is that supernova carrying? So I don't have any coolant left.
Mayday,
Another pirate
That
lands.
is
It's getting ridiculous.
Core meltdown imminent. Core meltdown.
And I'm worried. I'm worried
Launch detected.
because that's a lot of red on the map.
Missile launch detected. ERBBC.
And we just lost an arm.
see you in hell.
Okay, one down. Where have we got? Here is our Atlas. Good. Where is Epona? Ah,
I could use some backup right about now.
I'm sorry. I wasn't able to keep my promise. I'm disappointed at that. I'm disappointed. I feel as if I got caught out by the terrain there. I am a little bit over these canyons. I know that somebody probably thought they were a great idea, but I feel like they're more trouble than they're worth. So I'm going to leave it at that, and next time I might hopefully be able to get through a couple of missions without dropping dead on you. But we'll see. Thanks for watching.